When people talk about the founding of the United States, they usually talk about freedom, independence, and heroic revolution. But the other side of that story is far darker, and every part of it is historically true. Here's the first fact. In 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was signed, about 20% of the people living in the American colonies were enslaved. That's roughly 1 out of every 5 human beings, according to the U.S. Census Bureau's earliest estimates. And the men writing about liberty were part of that system. George Washington enslaved over 120 people. Thomas Jefferson enslaved more than 600 during his lifetime. These numbers are documented directly in their estate records. Another truth rarely mentioned. During the Revolutionary War, tens of thousands of Loyalist civilians were attacked, threatened, or forced to flee by patriot groups. The National Archives estimates that 80,000 Loyalists left the colonies during and immediately after the war, many permanently. Here's a darker fact. The largest mass freedom-seeking movement in early U.S. history happened during the Revolution, not during the Civil War. When the British offered freedom to enslaved people willing to join them, around 20,000 enslaved Africans escaped to British lines. Many were later evacuated to Canada, the Caribbean, or Britain. This is recorded in The Book of Negroes, a real evacuation ledger. Then there's the Constitution, often called a perfect document. But inside it was the 3/5 Compromise, which counted enslaved people as 3/5 of a person for political representation. This wasn't about rights, it was about increasing the voting power of slaveholding states. Another verified fact, before the United States even existed, the founders were already planning westward expansion. This meant pushing into territories already inhabited by indigenous nations. Early conflicts, broken treaties, and forced removals began before the Indian Removal Act ever existed. And one more truth. Even after the Revolution ended, New Jersey and New York still practiced slavery into the 1800s. In fact, New Jersey didn't fully abolish slavery until 1866, after the Civil War. So yes, America was founded on ideas of liberty, but it was also founded on slavery, displacement, political manipulation, and contradictions the founders themselves struggled with. These aren't myths. These are the documented facts behind America's birth and the shadows that still shape it today.